Today is July 25th, 2022, and I traded Apple. There were sequences of events that caused a interesting day to unfold. And as usual, uh, it just turned out to be unfavorable to me. And what I need to do is to figure out on days that are red or contrary to my thesis, then I need to exit the trade. It looks like I have been conditioned into several numerous days of consistently profitable days, and weeks that cause me to be habituated into thinking that every downturn will come back with a reversal by the end of the day. In this case, I traded Apple. There are three fundamental things that has been plaguing my trading, and I have no solution for this whatsoever. I have been victimized by this particular chart formation. Today's Monday, which means that I should be careful for the first part because in the first situation, the market is attempting to figure out uh, the price of the stock. It is attempting to figure out what it's going to do. The pre-market, it was moving up and down based on some sort of futures trading that other people do. And the compounding this complexity is that I carried over a one contract from last week, which inherently caused me to be in this trade. And so I automatically gravitated towards attempting to make some sort of profit from this trade. Initially, that one contract allowed me to make a little bit of profit because it actually started up today positive. And piggybacking off of that first contract, I thought I would add here, which seems to make sense. If I look here, I added this point where it's a green candle, and I'm thinking, okay, add to winners, add to winners. And then it started to dip. And as I can see from here, by this candle, whatever I purchased was causing a neutral effect in the profits that I was making. Then I see another candle that's green, which allowed me to add to the trade. Goes up, and at this point, I should somehow have thought that perhaps there is a thing called a double top, and I should seriously consider getting out of the trade instead of actually adding to another trade, adding another contract. And at this point, I added another one. And as the days progressed minute by minute, this is a 1 minute chart, and as it progressed towards as the days started to unfold, it started to decline, which means that I was trapped with a large amount of trades. At this point, I should have gotten out at a certain point right here. I should have gotten out right here. Okay, I should have gotten out here to preserve the gains that I have, or to exit with a small loss. That was supposed to be the right thing to do. But I'm not sure what froze me, because I always think that when it dips, it's going to come back, and it traps me. And then as it continues to drop, then my mind lags behind until at which point here I started to exit the trades one at a time here. So what I need to do is to make sure that I know that certain days I will lose because the trade that I selected will not always work out. And so I need to be aware of this. And so I need to be on top of the game when I trade. And so how do I make a practice of this situation on every trade? Now, the only thing that I can think of is actually practicing as much as possible so that when I see this particular situation, then I can exit, so that I can make it a habit of exiting when the trade turns against me. Whereas live capital is used, then this usually ends up in this particular situation because I do not have the experience to handle this particular situation where I enter and then I see a significant drawdown. So what is the solution? What is the solution? The solution is, the only thing that I can think of right now is to practice. Maybe I can trade maybe 100 times this particular situation so that I can set it up so that I can automatically exit at this point when the trade goes against me, so that I can say to myself, okay, I'm going to be happy with this instead of this. So for the next, so I believe that is the most important thing I can do for myself right now. In order for me, that is the most important thing. When it goes up, I have a tendency, it's already added, so it's gonna go. Okay, it's gonna go. So when it goes up, then I can raise this point where I'm selling as the progression of the stock goes up. So this is an automatic thing that works at any point in the trade. So I need to be careful of how I trade. So I need to practice at least 100 times. Practice this 100 times so that I can make it just instinctual. That's the fix. That is the solution to this scenario. So as of today, I'm going to practice. I'm going to record it. The next video that I make is going to be an actual paper trade that demonstrates this. And I'm going to repeat that about 100 times so that I can make it automatic. So the story is this: add, and then it started to dip. Then at this point, I should have said, okay, this is where I need to get out hard. I get out, I would not be getting out of here, and the loss would have been the exit here, exit here, exit here, exit here. So the loss would have been far less than what I observed today. And that actually compounds in other trades because it mentally impacts what I do on the other trades. So practice. The next video is an actual recording of the trade I will make on paper.